Hi, you guys. It's Connie Bowman from Happy Healthy You, and I am honored to be guiding you through your yoga practice today. Yoga is for everyone, and this practice is a gentle, relaxing practice that you can do in the morning or the evening or even at a short break while you're at work. So enjoy this practice. Let's lay out your mat and come to a comfortable laying down position. Hands at your side, legs extended. Start to tune into your body. Notice any tension that may be in the hips or the shoulders. Let's just start to breathe into that tension and let it go. Notice the temperature of the air. Notice the sounds around you. Just becoming aware of all the sensations that are external to you, allowing them to be, so that we can really tune in to the internal you. Closing your eyes. Start to deepen your breath and really fill up the belly, allowing each inhale to fill the belly and allowing each exhale to gently release the air and allow the belly to sink into the spine. Keep breathing here and start to lengthen your inhales, maybe even holding on at the top of the inhale, and make your exhales the same length as the inhales. And with your next breath, let's bring the breath on up to the rib cage, expanding both the belly and the rib cage, as well as the back of the body along these areas. Just making the breath deeper and longer. And again, allowing each inhale and each exhale to be about the same length. Really feel the back body as you breathe and extend your inhales on up to the rib cage. On your next breath, let's bring the breath up to the collarbone, or maybe even the throat. Just allowing the whole belly and chest to expand with every inhale, and releasing in the same way, chest, belly, as you exhale. Continuing to breathe in this way for a few more breaths. Just noticing the body, noticing the thoughts that come to your mind, allowing them to float away like clouds as they come in, and they will. And knowing that this breath is always available to you during times of stress, in traffic, you can always come back to this breath. And now you can begin to blink your eyes open. We'll continue our breath as we add movement. So with your next inhale, let's simply turn the head toward the right, allowing the neck to open long and stretch to the right. Inhaling and exhaling into the left side of the neck, allowing the back of the neck to stretch gently. We take our necks for granted, but a lot of tension is stored in the neck and the shoulders, so we want to take time to release and just allow the neck to relax. On your next inhale, let's bring the neck back to center, and we'll take it over to the left, just gently bringing the head toward the left, gazing out over the left shoulder, breathing in and out, just allowing the right side of the neck and the back of the neck to release and relax. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. On your next inhale, let's bring the neck back to neutral. And let's reach down and grab the right leg behind the hamstring or the calf and extend the leg up toward the sky, giving the hamstring a nice stretch. Keep your head back on the mat, relaxed, allowing that neck to just relax there. We've opened it and given it a nice stretch. So just breathe into that hamstring now and allow that hamstring to open up. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale, and let's exhale that right leg down to the mat, extending it long. And then let's inhale the left leg up, reaching for the back of the calf or the hamstring, giving the left hamstring a nice stretch. Noticing the lower back as it releases as you do this. Just breathing into this left hamstring. Extending the right leg long. Neck is relaxed. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. And now let's bring both knees into the chest and give your knees a hug, allowing the lower back to release, keeping that neck long and relaxed on the mat. And with an inhale, let's bring those knees over to the right, bringing the arms out to a T, and perhaps gazing over toward the left side, toward the left arm. Just a simple twist here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, and on your next exhale, let's come back up to center. And we'll inhale the knees over to the left, gazing out over the right hand, over the right shoulder, allowing the neck to open once more to the right side. Remembering to keep the inhales and the exhales about the same length. Breathing into those hips, the back body. Just allowing release of tension. Just gently stretching. Inhale, and when you're ready, exhale those knees back up to center. And we'll let the legs go long on the mat again. And bring the arms up overhead and give yourself a full body stretch, breathing in from the top of your head all the way down to your toes. Just allowing the body to be long and extended. Beautiful. And now we'll roll over toward the right side, and using the strength of your arms, bring yourself up to sitting on your mat. Let's bring our hands to heart center, crossing our legs in easy pose. And let's just notice, closing the eyes one more time, notice where we are as we sit here and continue our easy, gentle breath. And with your next inhale, let's raise the right arm to the sky, lowering the left arm down to the mat, and bring the right arm overhead and over to the left side, allowing that left arm to extend straight, maybe even lowering to your elbow on the left arm, just allowing that right side to stretch. Breathe into the right side as you hold this stretch for a couple more breaths. Opening up on the side body, allowing the hips and the sit bones to stay grounded on the mat. Inhale. And let's bring that left arm up to the sky, to neutral, to meet the right. And now let's bring the right arm down to the mat. Left arm stays up and goes over to the right side, keeping that right arm straight or lowering to your elbow on the right side, giving yourself a nice side stretch on the left side of the body. Inhaling, we expand and we grow. As we exhale, we release. Tension goes away. Any tightness or stiffness just melts from the body. Remember to keep the left hip grounded here. Awesome. And when you're ready, let's bring the hands back up to the sky and bring them down to heart center, samastatihi. Just a grateful pose. And now let's take a nice twist. Let's bring the left arm over to the right knee and swing that right arm around to the back, twisting over that right shoulder, keeping the neck soft, but allowing your gaze to go out toward the right shoulder, keeping your left hip down on the mat, just allowing this twist to wring out the organs, releasing toxins. Remember to breathe. Our breathing is a little bit constricted in some of these twists, so continuing to deepen and lengthen those breaths will help. And when you're ready, let's inhale those hands back up to the sky, reaching high and long, straight spine, head over top of the shoulders, and crown of the head facing the sky. And now let's bring that twist to the left, bringing the right arm to the left knee, bringing the left hand behind the body, and gazing out over that left shoulder. Allow each inhale to fill you up, and see if on every exhale you can let go just a little bit more and maybe take this twist a little bit deeper. These twists are so good for the body. Inhale, exhale, and let's just come back around to center. And now let's extend your legs long. Reach your hands up to the sky on an inhale, and on an exhale, let's fold forward toward the feet, reaching for the toes if you can, or maybe the shins, maybe the knees, keeping that spine long, keeping the shoulders on top of the hips. Just allow the breath to take you into this forward fold, this amazing pose that's so calming for the nervous system. And just allow the neck to be neutral here. We don't want to undo any of the good work we've done on the neck. Inhaling, filling up that back body. Exhaling, folding in. Close your eyes here and really go inside and notice the sensations as you experience this forward fold. Allow the body to just surrender. Inhaling and exhaling to release. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, let's slowly, slowly, slowly come back up. And let's come to all fours on your mat. And we'll give the spine some more flexibility because that keeps us young. So from all fours, let's do some cat-cows. And so on an inhale, let's raise the head up and the belly down. On an exhale, let's fold in, bringing the head down and the belly up, lifting the spine toward the sky. Inhale to come forward, neck gently rises. As the head rises, we gaze up. Exhale, we fold in, gazing toward the back, belly to the spine. Inhale to cow, exhale to cat. And one more. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. And now let's raise that right arm up to the sky, over toward the right, and bring it down and underneath the left arm to thread it through, bringing the right shoulder to the mat, and the head rests gently on the mat, allowing that neck and shoulder to just release. Notice the upper part of the back as it releases. Enjoy the stretch. Your gaze can be up toward your left hand, and you can extend that up to the sky, or you can wrap it around your back for a bind, bringing it to the hip crease on the right side if you'd like. Inhaling and exhaling here, this beautiful opener, opening the heart. And don't forget to breathe into the back body behind the heart. The heart loves this. Inhaling and exhaling. And on your next inhale, let's bring that right arm back through and up and back down to meet the left. And now let's inhale the left arm up to the sky And bring it down to thread through underneath the right hand, laying the left shoulder on the mat. The left side of the face rests on the mat. Beautiful. Maybe gazing up toward that extended right arm. Maybe bringing the right arm around for a bind. Inhaling into that upper back, the shoulder, the neck. A little bit of a heart opener, a little bit of a twist here. On your next exhale, let's bring that arm back up and back down to meet the other hand in all fours. And now let's balance a little bit here. So let's extend the right arm to the front and the left leg to the back, reaching and extending, bringing your neck to neutral and your gaze toward the front of the mat, maybe 6 inches or so in front of the mat, so that you have a neutral neck. Remembering to keep the shoulders down and back on the back body. Inhaling and exhaling, finding your center, finding your balance in this pose. Noticing the core as it maybe heats up. Inhaling, and on your next exhale, let's bring the hand down and the knee down. And then we'll lift the left arm and the right foot, the right leg, extending it out, coming long, feeling the length of the spine, gazing just a little bit past your mat, allowing that neck to be soft, and inhaling and exhaling. Just be grateful for this balance that you have, for this beautiful day, for the flexibility to do your yoga. It's all good. And inhale, and on your next exhale, let's lower the hand and the knee, coming back to all fours. And now, let's come into a downward dog by rolling over our toes and extending the hips up toward the sky, coming into an upside down V. Allowing the gaze to be back toward the knees, keeping your head and neck soft here again. Feel the shoulders and the arms in this pose. Downward dog can be a very strenuous pose if held for several breaths. So we'll hold it for a couple more. Not too bad, since this is a gentle practice. Inhaling and exhaling. And on your next inhale, let's step forward to the front of your mat and come into a forward fold. Just allowing that spine to lengthen, allowing the head and the neck to just let go, maybe grabbing each elbow and coming into ragdoll. Inhaling and exhaling here for a couple of breaths. And on an inhale, let's come to flat back. Hands come to shins. And on an exhale, let go and fold forward again. And then inhale, bringing the arms up, look up to the sky. And exhale, your hands start center, samastatihi. Coming into mountain pose. Close your eyes here and just notice. And let's just flow through this Sun A a couple more times to just give the spine some lovin' from the front and the back. So open your eyes. Let's inhale those arms victoriously to the sky, looking up. Exhale, fold forward, letting it go. Inhale, come halfway up, hands to shins. Exhale, fold forward, gazing back. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. We raise up. Exhale, those hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, looking back. Inhale, come halfway up, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, let's raise our arms up again to the sky. Looking up, taking our right hand and grabbing our left wrist. Let's bring the left wrist over toward the right side and come into a side stretch here. Inhaling and exhaling into that side body. Inhaling and exhaling, we come back to center. And let's inhale, bring the left arm to the right hand, grabbing the right wrist, and come over to the left, exhaling. And inhale and exhale on this side. Inhale and exhale, come back to center. And let's do that one more time, bringing the right hand to grab the left wrist, coming over to the side for a gentle side bend. Inhale and exhale, come back to center. Inhale, exhale, reach the left hand to grab the right wrist and come over to the left side, giving that right side body a nice stretch. Beautiful. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling back to center. Hands come in front of the heart. Beautiful. And let's inhale the arms up to the sky. Take a slight back bend here, looking up. And exhale to fold forward. Inhale to come halfway up. And exhale, plant your hands, step back to the top of a push-up, bringing your feet to the bottom of the mat. Feeling the strength in your arms and your shoulders. And as you inhale and exhale, lower slowly down. See if you can lower all the way down to your chest on the count of 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Very good. Nice. So let's bring our elbows under our shoulders. Our hands are extended in front of us. And let's rise up on our elbows and come into Sphinx pose here. And let's breathe into the lower back for just a few breaths, noticing the lower back, allowing the chest to shine forward. And if you need a little bit more here, you can extend your arms out a little bit to either side of the shoulders, straightening the arms and come into a deeper appreciation of your lower back. Inhaling and exhaling. And inhale, and on your next exhale, just lower down, laying on the left side of your face, head turns to the right. And just feel that back here. Noticing Feeling the breath fill up the back body. And let's very, very, very slowly, let's come into child's pose by coming up to your knees, bringing your knees wider on the mat and extending your hips back toward your heels, allowing the head to melt down, the head and shoulders. Maybe resting your third eye point right in the middle of your forehead on the mat. And just breathe here. Notice the length of the spine. Notice the contact points. Allow the hips to just sink deeper. And the hips open here. Beautiful. And just inhale and exhale here. This child's pose is such a restorative pose. Coming into child's pose during a busy day is a great way to take a break. Perhaps instead of a coffee break, you'll be replenished almost as much as that latte, and it won't cost you anything. So inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And coming up, let's come to a comfortable seat. And from this seat, let's just unceremoniously come to our back, laying down, allowing the legs to extend long. Maybe giving yourself another full body stretch. And let's just come into a nice happy baby pose before we start winding this practice down. Bringing your knees towards your face, grabbing the inside or the outside of your feet, just like a happy baby would. Perhaps rolling around like a happy baby, maybe even bringing a smile to your face, massaging that lower back. Just feel how good that feels to roll around like a happy baby, left and right. It's one of the best poses to release the lower back. And from here, let's take one inversion. So let's come into shoulder stand by raising the legs up to the sky, allowing the hands to come to the lower back, the elbows rest on the floor, and use your hands on your lower back by the hips to allow the legs to come to straight toward the sky, and just let the legs extend long up toward the sky, keeping the neck neutral. You want to be looking up, not turning your neck right or left, because we've done such a great job in this practice, loosening the neck, allowing the neck to be soft and being gentle with that part of our body that seems to absorb all the stress, the neck and shoulders. So we want to be careful not to undo all the good stuff we've done for our necks. So just let the legs extend long, allow that blood flow to just come out of those feet. They work so hard for us. And the legs, releasing any pressure on those veins, getting rid of things like varicose veins and helping us avoid them anyway. And if you'd like to go into plow from the shoulder stand, you can gently, without turning the neck, lower the feet toward the floor as long as the back permits. If they don't completely come to the floor, that's okay. Keep your hands at your back for support and just breathe. Breathe into the back body, and when you're ready, you can lower your knees to frame the ears, coming into deaf yogi. And remember how we lowered in 5 from the top of that push-up or that plank down to our chest. We're going to lower our spine down to the mat the same way. So let's just go vertebrae by vertebrae and just go down the spine. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Extend your legs long. Bring your hands to the outside of your body, palms facing up. Come back to that normal breath. Just allow your eyes to close. Allow them to be heavy in their sockets. Allow that neck to just be relaxed and peaceful. Allow the shoulders to melt. Allow the back body to just sink into the mat. Tell your hips to relax and your pelvis to just nestle into the mat. Allow the legs to be heavy and the feet to flop out to the sides. And this is the most important part of our practice, where we allow everything to just sink in, all the good we've done for the body. This is Shavasana. And when you're ready, let's start to deepen the breath. Bring some movement back into the body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And now, let's roll over to the right side and curl up in a cozy little ball in fetal position. Just resting here for a couple of breaths before we go back to our busy day, before we go back into the world. Just being grateful for this body, for this breath, for this yoga that brings us to union with our body and our mind and our spirit. On the next inhale, let's use the strength of our arms to bring us back to seated, keeping the eyes closed. Let's bring the hands to heart center and bowing forward. Allow yourself to be grateful for yourself, for coming to the mat today, for giving yourself the gift of yoga, for recognizing that the spirit inside needs nurturing as well as the body and the mind. And I thank you for allowing me to guide you through this yoga practice today. Until next time, namaste.